Hey, how's it going, Capricorn, and welcome to the channel. My name is Robin, and this is AriesFireTarot. So guys, I'm getting ready to do like a bonus reading for the month of March. And this is where I like to find different readings to give you guys additional insight into what's going on in your life and, you know, the energy available to you. If you're new to my channel, I do like a monthly read, I do a wealth and abundance read, and then I do a star guide reading, which is really super cool. And then for this bonus read, I find other readings, and I came across this one called The Mother Wound. And this is like really aimed at healing any sort of negative energy or bad karma between you and your maternal bloodline. It's a really interesting reading, guys, and I'm using the Good Tarot to do this. So I hope that you can find it somewhat healing and that you're able to like heal and move on. It's called the Mother Wound reading for a reason. So yeah, let me know what you think of the reading down below in the comments, you guys. And if you're ever interested in seeing a specific kind of reading, just let me know what it's called and I'll do some research or pop a link in the comments, because like I'm here to help you guys on your journey. And yeah, I love to serve you guys, so just let me know. Anyway, I'm gonna pop right into the reading here. So the first card is actually gonna look at a message from your maternal grandmother. And just keep in mind, guys, that this reading is regardless of any relationship that you had with your mother, right? I totally understand that not everybody had a great relationship with their mother, or they might not had a relationship for various reasons. You know, you might not have known your mother personally, but this is going to look at like the karmic soul ties between you and your mother. And this is going to be a message from your maternal grandmother to start the reading off. So let's have a look at the first card. So we've got the Queen of Fire. Queen of Fire, she's so strong. So it's like your maternal grandmother wants you to know that you are so strong, regardless of where you are in your life right now. Like keeping in mind that people go through certain evolutions, and you know, some of you could be experiencing a dark night of the soul, or maybe not having the best time in life right now. But really what strikes me about this Queen of the Queen of Fire here is the way that she's holding her chin up. You know, there's a certain regality to her, and it's like, yeah, okay, yeah, come on, bring it on. You know, I've certainly got this. You can test me. I might stumble, but I will not fail. So I'm really just getting this this core strength flowing in from your maternal grandmother to you, and she wants you to keep your chin up in all aspects of your life and know that, again, you're gonna trip, you're gonna stumble, but you know, you're not a failure if you keep on getting up and pursuing. Like no matter how small the step is, even if the biggest accomplishment that you made today was getting out of bed, take that as a win and keep on going until better days come in for you guys. Just, you never stop. The Queen of Fire, she never stops. Like she might crumble and fall into a heap sometimes because she's tired, but she always picks herself back up, chin up, move on. Okay, so that's the message that I'm getting coming in from your maternal grandmother, and I think that's a really beautiful message. The second card is going to look at what lesson do I have to learn because of my mother. So we've got the Messenger of Fire here. So I'm seeing, like you can see here, these are both cards of the fire suit. So one is looking incredibly strong here, the Queen, and then you have the Messenger coming in, and she's looking a little bit actually annoyed and spoiled. So that's not really a fantastic quality, you know, and sometimes things are going to come in that you don't want to hear. And for some reason you could have inherited this from your mother, or, you know, maybe you don't have much of a poker face, and things come in and you're not able to mask how you're really actually feeling, you know, so there are messages coming in for you, and maybe you're just not receiving them very well. And sometimes, you know, your parents, they do the best that they can do, but your parents are only people, you know. Maybe they didn't do that great of a job of hearing things. Like some people can be a little bit explosive or a little bit dramatic or whatever. So the lesson that you have to learn is like maybe you didn't have the best example, or you did have a great example, but just sort of finding a median way of receiving information and just understanding that things are information. You can take the news, not the weather, and not let it affect you, and separate things out from head and heart and be able to move forward. Like really look at this face of calm assuredness as opposed to the spoiled brat of the messenger of fire. And like if you're talking to somebody, if you had to deliver like not so desirable news, which kind of countenance would you like to have a discussion with? So really think about that. Like, how are you receiving your messages, and maybe fine tune that a little bit. So the third card is going to look at the message from the higher angels. Wow, you guys. Slam dunk of a card. The angels want you to know that you guys are the magician of your own life. And this is a very powerful card. It's like everything around you is a result of the decisions that you've made and the thoughts that you have thought. So this is really important to know, that you have everything available to you to be able to create the life that you desire. And this card, this actual card, is the homepage, the lock screen of my phone. And it's for a reason, because I need to remind myself that I am pure magic, and everything going on around me is in some way because I've decided that it needs to be in my life. So whether it's a blessing or a lesson is up to you guys to decide. And sometimes the messages coming in, you maybe not necessarily want to hear them, but there's a reason that they're there. So you have to be able to understand the lesson that these unwanted messages are offering to you, right? And just remember that if you want things to change in your life, you're the only one that can do it. And look into the magician a little bit more deeply, you guys, if you're interested in that and how things actually work in the world. Like, life is happening for you, not to you. So let's look at the best quality I inherited from my mother. So this is really nice, guys. Being able to form solid relationships with the Two of Water. You'd probably be very successful at a romantic relationship, and really just keeping bonds super close. I think this is beautiful. And this, guys, it could be either an emulation or a reaction to the upbringing that you had and the example that was given to you. So either way, you can either get better or get bitter. How trite, but do you know what I mean? So this is a great quality, to be able to value relationships and knowing that the people around you, they definitely make your life, and that's the whole purpose of life, is the way that you love people. So I think this is a great card for you. It's a great quality. So conversely, what is the worst quality I inherited from my mother? So we've got the Two of Air, and the Two of Air is like really talks about being indecisive, but the Two of Air in the good tarot, it's got a little bit more beauty to it. Like, it's not that you can't make a decision, it's that you see sort of all aspects of something, so you understand where people are coming from, and that could be misinterpreted by other people as you're not able to make a decision, and why are they so indecisive and just flighty. You're not flighty, you're empathetic, but some people could be misinterpreting that, and it could sort of limit the things that you achieve. So having this, I think this is not a bad quality, but the way that you display it to other people, because not everybody gets that, not everybody thinks the same way as you. Not everybody has your creative mind and that sort of understanding of what other people are going through. And it's because you understand people so well that you display this. And I just want to point out that you guys have 2 2s here. So it's angel number 22. If you wanted to check that out after the read, you just type it into a browser, angel number 22. So I think this is a great card. Even if it is a bad quality, it could be misinterpreted by other people. I don't think it's a bad quality. So what did my mother hope for me? So we've got the Queen of Water here. The Queen of Water, she just like sort of flows through life, and she's really just open and loving, and I'm just seeing like such abundant love in this card. So when it's saying here that, you know, what did my mother hope for me? She just wanted you to be able to live your best life possible and go and love people. And, you know, you got the Two of Water here, which really speaks about relationships. And then you have somebody at the level of the Queen, where she's so self-assured and she's so confident in the way that people view her. And being able to share that out, because that's what the Queen does, right? And she's in very a high position to be able to share that. So you could be an old soul, and you could be sort of a monument or a testament to other people. And if you aren't now, there's probably something on the horizon where you could actually be a really amazing role model. And it's all going to stem from this this love that you share for people, and this deep empathetic understanding, and it's going to bring you to a place on your soul journey that you might not even expect, you guys. So your mother really hoped that for you, and I think it's because she understands you very clearly. And again, this is going to be on a soul karmic level. I understand that a lot of you you know, didn't necessarily know your mother in person, so just know that this is coming from, you know, spirit, right? Okay, so what did my mother have to sacrifice for me? And this can be a difficult card, you guys. So we've got the Tower card here. So I want you guys to really notice that this Tower is not doing anything. It's just sort of sitting there. So there could have been a massive opportunity for your mother to pursue. And again, like this card, I'm just telling every sign when I do their reading, people have options. They can have a family or not have a family, you know. So don't feel bad. Don't let your parents make you feel bad that they had to sacrifice something for you to enter their life, because that was their choice. Okay, so I'm just seeing here, maybe there was a life of stagnation, but I think she avoided it by having you. Hold on, guys, for a sec. So maybe there was something that was avoided and not really sacrificed. You know, maybe she found her true inner self and realized how strong she was, you know, and this may have happened immediately, or it could have happened 10, 20 years down the road. But I'm not seeing a real sacrifice here. What I'm seeing here is like a gift of strength, and somehow I'm getting the word solitude. So maybe there was something that she had to give away in order to accomplish this, but I don't really see any sort of sacrifice. And if there's any sort of ill feeling here, I think there's a misinterpretation from your mother. She doesn't really know herself, and she doesn't really know that the gift that she gave herself by having a family. So the next card is, what lesson did my mother learn because of me? So we have the High Priestess here. So the High Priestess is an extremely high karmic energy. You know, and she does feel a little bit separate. And I'm seeing that somehow she learned something about herself that was really deep. And she could have, and for some of you, your mother could have gone the way of like religion or a high spiritual path, or, you know, maybe she's somebody that likes to meditate a lot, or she's really into a certain genre of music. But I'm really seeing here that there's a strength that developed that might not have been available to her if she had not had you. And I think that some of you could have had a very difficult birth. Well, your mother, you know what I mean? And I think the angels came to visit. And I really see here that I'm seeing that the angels visit your mother a lot. Some of you, your mother could be with the angels right now, but regardless, I think that there was something when you were born, there was this fierce independence born along with it for your mother. Like there was like a glowing light that was able to shine from her heart. And it was like this love that she never knew before until she had you. So she saw something completely different. I think because of you, she's closer to God or closer to spirit or source or however you guys view spirituality. She saw something, like she was able to go down a different road spiritually. And for some of your mothers, like she may have had her magical powers unveiled at the time of your birth. You know, maybe she became like a clairvoyant or clairsentient, or opened the path to her as a light worker or a light warrior. Do you know what I mean? There is something really magical that appeared. So you really gave her a gift. You gave her a gift of strength, and it could have been, and I'm still seeing this word solitude, like maybe she sequestered herself off. And I think for some of you, your mother may have had postpartum depression and it was misinterpreted. So she had to go through a bit of a healing. I think there was a real challenge there for your mother, but she came out really strong on a spiritual level, and she might now be serving people on their journey. Does that make sense to anybody? So I'm just seeing this huge, like really beautiful message of love coming into you. Just be mindful how you hear things, you guys. You could be getting messages from the angels and spirit that you're misinterpreting completely, but they want you to awaken your magic right now. You know, they want you to basically wake up out of any sort of slumber, and you know, you're the, what's that dude called? The orchestra. You're the conductor, right? You're the conductor. So they want you to know that. And there's probably some sort of additional like power available to you because it runs in your bloodline. You're going to be able to tap into that when you want to. So yeah, you do have a lot of power here, and your mother does really want the best for you, regardless of the relationship you guys had during your childhood. So very interesting, very interesting. And I do see that your mother is a quietly powerful woman. So, okay, I'm going to leave it there, guys. That's all the messages that I'm getting. The spirit guides just stopped talking. So I'm going to leave it there, and I hope it was a good one for you. So take care of yourselves. Bye for now. Bye.